Guys, so today we'll be talking about why Rotten Tomatoes and why the critics are stupid. Okay? We haven't done this in this series for a long time, but yes, we'll be really just comparing movies to one movie today. And yes, I'll pull up Rotten Tomatoes on another tab. Rotten Tomatoes here. I'm pulling up another tab so I can for here. So yeah, we'll be going over movies that are considered classics. Okay, these are movies that I think everybody likes, except for this movie, not this movie. Well, this is a movie we're comparing it to, and of course we're comparing it to critic scores because of course the critics are of course are supposedly always correct, but we all know they aren't. If you watch the sound, there's a lot of good movies that of course got bad reviews by the critics. And yes, here it is, the worst movie of the year. Cuties. Of course, there can be no worse movie than this movie, of course. And yes, we'll be going over Rotten Tomatoes. And the first movie I'll of course be talking about was, of course, the critics hated this movie. They said, oh, this movie was not that great. Was Alita. This movie came out last year. Had a 61%. Okay? This is by the critics. Of course, the reviews went back up because a lot of people who actually liked the movie, a lot of the critics who actually liked the movie, gave this movie a 61%. Okay? And before that, before all the people came in that were coming around giving this movie good reviews, basically here, the more recent reviews were still, Rotten Tomatoes is just a weird site, but yeah. They said, oh, anime adaptations can never work, but of course, the critics, it's like, this movie has 61%, but if you look at the movies, they'll compare. And there was another article complaining about how Alita was so over-sexualized. But of course, these are the same critics that gave Cuties an 88%. Okay? It's just what is wrong with society these days. Okay? Of course, Mulan has a lower score, but Mulan is garbage anyways. It deserves the same score as Cuties. It's 0 out of 10 because Mulan is garbage. Okay? The fact that they're forced you to buy Disney Plus to watch it. Okay? So yes, Alita Battle Angel has a lower score. I can see what score Star Wars has. Star Wars. What score does the first Star Wars has? So, Star Wars. Not Jedi Temple Stars, but yeah, Star Wars. Not The Last Jedi. We'll talk about the original trilogy. Okay? Episode 3. Yeah, that should have a higher score than Cuties. Episode 2. Episode 2 was a mess, but still better than that garbage. Called Cuties. More movies by Star Wars franchise. I think it shows. Does it show below? There's 156 Star Wars movies. I'm surprised how many Star Wars movies there are. Star Wars Saga. I'll just do that then. Star Wars Saga, because I'll exclude all the random movies that, like 20-minute movies. So yeah, Star Wars Saga movies. Let's see what scores Star Wars has. So it's Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. So, you're telling me that Cuties is better than Return of the Jedi. This is the logic of critics here. Oh yeah, a classic movie that almost everybody, except for the people who don't like Jabba the Hutt. I do feel you about that part of the movie. I didn't like that part of the movie, so it is my least favorite of the original Star Wars movies because of Jabba the Hutt part. But yeah, all the other parts of the movie are still pretty amazing. But again, this is the score that they gave, Cuties, 88%. I think it's probably going to drop soon. But they gave Return of the Jedi at 82%. It's just, what is going on with these critics, okay? This is proof that the critic score is absolutely useless, okay? The critic score is absolutely useless. Let's look at the Marvel Cinematic Universe, okay? Marvel Cinematic Universe. Except for Captain Marvel, because Captain Marvel's a pile of garbage anyways. Marvel Cinematic Universe. Some of the most influential movies of the past decade. Of course, excluding the newer movies, because they're not out yet. Spider-Man Far From Home, 90%. Endgame, 94%. Ant-Man the Wasp, didn't really care for much. Infinity War? You gotta be kidding me. This movie, Cuties, is considered a better film, according to these critics. According to these critics, than Infinity War. Infinity War should be around above a 90%. Above Cuties. Okay? Homecoming, yeah, that's also wrong too. Got Volume 2, Worse? This is so easy to roast the critics. Doctor Strange 89%. Ant-Man. Yeah, it's even I'd rather watch Age of Ultron a billion times than watch Cuties. Okay? My least favorite of the Avengers movies. For the Dark World, still would rather watch that a gazillion times. Yeah, Iron Man 2, even that one. Hulk. Some of the lesser MCU movies, basically. The earlier MCU movies. Yeah, let's see. Let's see Spider-Man 2. Is it the best Spider-Man movie? Let's see what score Spider-Man has. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I think that's like a 90%. That has a higher score than Cuties. Thank God for that. But yeah, Spider-Man 2 actually has a higher score. Thank God they spelled Spider-Man 2 from being, worse than a movie that is basically just wrong on all levels. But let's look at another movie. Let's look at Back to the Future. Let's see what score Back to the Future has. Not the sequels. But yeah, Back to the Future. Let's see what score. I haven't actually seen the score for Back to the Future. Let's see if the critics. It has a 96%, so that means yes, Back to the Future is regarded in a higher standard than Cuties. At the very least. At least it's regarded better than a movie that is. Yeah, we all know what Cuties is about. I don't have to tell you 100 times what it's about. Okay, what else is? Okay. Oh yes, it's a movie that yeah. I can go over this example. Venom. Venom is an amazing movie. It's no longer in my top 100 movies of all time, but yeah, because of course I'm always watching new movies, and there's always new movies that make the list. But Venom was a very fun movie. It was a very great movie. The storyline was pretty great. Basically, about the storyline and the action and everything. Venom was basically one of those, and I definitely want to see the sequel. Not to. Is it the White Venom? Is that yeah? There was a second one about Snake. Is this the White Venom movie? I gotta see here. The thing is not. Yeah, it's the White Venom movie. It's not the one about the snake. But yeah, 29% according to Poopy Tomatoes. Of course, according to this, Venom is so horrible. But of course, to get Brie Larson's performance in Captain Marvel 79%, but they give Venom a 29%. But of course, it's considered way worse than Cuties. And this is the audience score for Cuties, only 3%. And the score for Venom, 81%. Okay, let's look at Godzilla. Okay, another one of my favorite movies from last year. One of the best Godzilla movies ever made. Still considered still not good enough to be better than garbage. But yeah, here we go. 83% audience score. Okay, 83%. Which again, that's the percentage of people who gave the movie a positive rating. Let's look at the best movie of the year. My favorite movie of the year, because this year is not over in terms of movies. Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's see what score. Oh, 63%. That's actually higher than the leader. But 63%. You're telling me that they would rather watch than Sonic. Yeah, this is proof that living proof that you cannot trust the critics anymore. Living proof that the critics cannot be trusted anymore. Okay, that they cannot be trusted. Airplane, a classic comedy, very funny movie. Not Dick Paul's garbage. Okay, the actual original Airplane, not all the ripoffs that they created. Oh, Airplane does have a high score, 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, which it deserves a 97%, way higher than Cuties. Let's see even let's see even the Disney remakes. Okay, the Lion King remake, because it's a movie that I claim that the critics go out and protect. Let's see even that has the highest score in Cuties. No, it has a 52%. It does deserve its 52% because it's garbage. And we should really be around the 5% because, it's a soulless brand remake of of course, it's the 88%, which hasn't changed since the movie's release. But yeah, the 88%. Let's see DC, okay? I'm going to put the DC Extended Universe, basically. I know all the Dark Knight movies have a higher score than Cuties. They all have like a 90%. DC Extended Universe, here. Okay, Aquaman 2, Green Lantern Corps, the Batman. They're still considering Batman as DCEU. You gotta be kidding me. Batman is DCEU. They confirmed. That was not a part of the goddamn DCEU. Birds of Prey, of course, they love that movie. But yeah, that movie also had like an 89%. Really, Aquaman's worse than Cuties. Really? Worse than Cuties? It's the stupidest way. The reason the critics are stupid, of course. I won't be surprised there was a new review bombing because of Amber Heard being in the movie by the fans. But yeah, I don't really think her being in the movie should really ruin the movie because this movie was made 2 years ago. Okay, but yeah, I won't be surprised if there was a new review bomb on IMDb and stuff because of Amber Heard being in the movie. Once again, yeah, that's not who I can see there is because of that. Nope. Thank God people still have some sense. Amber Heard's not a good person. I don't really like her either. I don't really like Johnny Depp, so I haven't really covered the whole thing with them. So, yep, the critics are stupid. Part 5, they're stupid. You can't really trust them. The fact that they gave, if you really still trust the critics at this point after Cuties, they're just, yeah, that's probably the 3% of people who still, oh my God, critics don't like this movie. The poor Rotten Tomatoes score. Say, oh no. But they really should pull up if they don't like a movie is the audience score. Or, the IMDb score, the average score. That's more trustworthy than these critics gave it 10% on Rotten Tomatoes, okay? And especially out any Adam Sandler movie. They hate that guy, okay? They hate that guy, okay? Anything he makes, so they'll say it's garbage, okay? I bet even Uncut Gems they hated. I have not seen Uncut Gems, but yeah. Was Adam Sandler attempted to make a more serious movie? It had 92%, which is, and of course the Adam Sandler haters will give me a 0 out of 10 because he was in it, which is stupid. Yeah, that's basically every Adam Sandler movie in it, so they give it a 0 out of 10. Every single movie he makes in the movie, every single thing. Of course, I think that yes, this movie should never been, he should have not been overlooked for Best Actor of the year. Yeah, basically, but yeah, we all know Hollywood hates Adam Sandler. We all already know that by now. But yeah, there's a lot of good movies that has a lower score than this garbage. So yep, that's basically it. Goodbye.